many people who suggest that atheism is a religion. They say that since there are many people who claim to be atheist, then automatically that qualifies atheism as a religion. This is false. A religion is not an ideology. A religion is a belief in some supernatural powers inherent in some entity or some force. A religion normally has some rituals and conduct most times. It is often hedged with threats. Atheism is not a religion, just like baldness is not a hair color. A vegetarian isn't an eater of a certain type of beef. A radio off is not a radio channel. Not playing soccer is not a sport. Not having an email address is not an email address. Failure to believe in Santa is not a religion. Atheism is a position. It is not a religion. In a way, as Richard Dawkins puts it, we are all atheists about most of the gods that humanity has ever believed in. Some of us just go one god further. In fact, at one time, one religion, Christianity, was initially known as an atheist group in Rome and referred to as Atheotatus. This was because their religion didn't have many gods, unlike the Egyptians, Greeks, and the Romans. This made them appear non-religious, thus they were labeled atheist. Atheism has no system of thought. Most atheists only turn their thoughts to religion when the religious draw first blood, by confronting non-religious people or by trying to impose their beliefs on everyone at every place, be it at a workplace, at school, at a workshop, on an online gathering, everywhere. There are actually some religions that are atheistic in nature, such as Theravada Buddhism, Jainism, Taoism, Confucianism, Falun Gong, Shinto, and the earlier Chivanu in Zimbabwe. These religions do not posit the existence of deities. Though Zimbabwe's Chivanu was eventually manipulated and given a Musikavanu as an equivalent of a deity, a god. This was typical of early missionaries in Africa, corrupting the popular religions at given places through smuggling in their god and domesticating him ahead of whatever spiritual powers the Africans or the colonized believed in. Atheists are also popularly known as free thinkers, skeptics, agnostics, secular humanists, God deniers, the irreligious, and the brides. Some even call them non-theists or just nuns. No, we are not Satanists. Just like we don't believe in the existence of a god or a gods. Consequently, we don't believe in the existence of a Satan or a devil either. We do not have a holy book. Some atheists have written books, great books for that matter, but we never elevate any of our writings to sacred texts, to holy texts. No means no. We simply express our opinions or explain some issues the way we understand them. Most atheists are for modernity, rationality, and respect for freedom. They seek for proof in many things, first things first. Most support science, but that does not mean every atheist has to support science. It is not a must. Atheists don't share a common dogma or doctrine. Africa has become a divine supermarket. There are religious charters selling everything from holy bricks, anointed maize cobs, godly paints, saintly ballpoint pens, you name it. This has become embarrassing to say the least. Such daylight robbery has to be stopped before this religious epidemic becomes the death of common sense as we know it. Atheists like you and me can help expose these cheats. Just think of this. Japan, with its very few religious people, has far less crimes than the highly religious countries. It's also extremely rich. You hardly get a poor Japanese, but come to Africa, where religion has taken root. It's the poorest continent with a lot of crime. Atheists cannot just stand and look as religion drags civilization back to the Dark Ages. There is need for a re-landscaping of our brains. The erosion of theism has been helped mostly thanks to the advancement of science. While others still think God makes it rain, lovers of science now know this is not true. While others still think lightning is a message from a god, science has proved that this is not so.